Hi, my name is Dr. Cheryl Meier, and I am at the beach. I couldn't be here and not share this with you guys. I mean, I could, but it's so beautiful. I hope you're doing well. I have a hat on for the sun. I just got finished with a 4-day Tony Robbins event, and that was it was called Unleash the Power Within. More than 30,000 people participated online. It was crazy, insane. And so there's so much that I got out of that I can put in my YouTube videos for you guys, to serve you in your life. But what's coming to mind right now, more than any of those strategies, because I could teach you strategies all day long. I went to school for forever. I have a million books, not a million, literally, but so many and so much knowledge in my head. And here I am, I just come back here the day after, and my day opened up. I had something else, but it opened up for this. So and I was just going to park here at the beach, but I saw a person with a backpack and a blanket. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I keep a blanket in my car. I'll come down, I'll make the effort, walk down here to the beach. And so that was one of the ideas that came to me, is that we plant seeds in our own lives, and other people have planted seeds in our lives. And we plant seeds in other people's lives. So all that the inner work that you do in your life is always going to be worth it for your own life and for other people. Just what seemed like a random thing, some person walking out of their car holding a blanket, spurred my imagination to remind me that I had one, that I could come down here and do this. My videos, they're like teaching videos, but a lot of them, it's like contemplation as well. If you're here with me in the silences, things will come up for you as well. I trust that. So what is more important than all the strategies? All the strategies for how to live out your purpose. And gosh, I have a whole notebook here that I didn't even get to read through yet, of tips and all these things. It was like he believed in full immersion, so it's like immersion into changing your state of being in a way. He kept calling it peak state. Look at that bird flying. I don't know if you got that. Alright, let me turn this way because there's people the other way. so strange, you guys. Like, just sitting there staring at the ocean, being here, I'm contemplating, like, what would have been better for me to spend 4 days in this immersion with one of the best or the best strategists in the world, who has spent his whole life, Tony Robbins, like, getting information about how to hack your life and how to have the best life and what we're here for and how to turn things around when you're in, like when you don't want to be stuck doing the same thing over and over again in your life. Doing that for 4 days, 14 hours a day, or if I would have just spent the night here in the rocks, connecting. In nature. I trust what comes on my path. Like I feel like I needed to see the Tony Robbins thing and really engage. But because I trust what comes into my life, it comes in for a reason. Sometimes for contrast, I don't know if you know what I mean by contrast, but like to see like those fairy stories before where the princess trades place with the country girl, or the prince and the country boy, and the country boy goes and lives in the prince's palace for a week, and the country boy, goes and lives in the country for a week, and you see the contrast. So it was all worth the experience. So what are we here for? Maybe I ought to talk about, I don't know if I ought to put words to what's going on internally as I'm making this, because we can have discouraging voices in us, and we just don't give weight to those discouraging voices. We all have, this is what I know, is that we have a gift in us. It's like speaking of castles, it's like Jack and the Beanstalk when he goes up and he finds the goose that lays the golden eggs. It's just understanding the golden eggs that you have to lay and that you're more than a goose. I put on my Instagram and Twitter and stuff the other day, this quote. It said, "Stop chasing what your mind wants, and you'll get what your soul needs." It's unknown who said it, but I saw it somewhere, and it really resonated because it's similar to what Jesus says when he teaches us this lesson. Well, not a lesson. It's like a higher. If you think of Christ always teaching you a higher form, that was funny. It was 11:11 when I was talking about that. Because that's an activation code. I don't know what it could be. Lots of different things, but for higher consciousness. But if you think of what Christ is saying is always teaching us some form of higher consciousness, then his words will take on a completely new meaning for you. Like I saw this Bob Marley. He was talking in a short video, and he said, "All of our songs are a path to higher consciousness." Now, I'm just going to lean against this rock. How do we take that path? Like, how are you even here this long into this video? You're already doing that. You're already doing that, what I said in that quote, and by seek first the kingdom of God, and then, that's what I was going to say, Christ said, seek first the kingdom of God, and then all these things shall be added to as well, all the other things. Whatever our mind thought it wanted and thought it was chasing, those things will be added to you, like, but in order to be able to get to that place, it's like the divine love, divine mercy works in you to help you let go of your addiction to the mind. That's why I was saying, how did you even get to 14 minutes into this video? If you made it this far, then you're already on this path. I can feel it, because it's like me listening to Eckhart Tolle or something. I'm like, get to the point already. What are you saying? That's part of our mind that just wants answers and wants, tell us what the lesson is. Tell us whatever it is you're trying to get to. This is what I saw so much in all of the strategies that Tony Robbins was teaching us, and they're great. I don't know how. I want to, go through my notebook and see what I want to start applying with my clients and in my work here on YouTube and on Instagram, or wherever I post whatever platform I post my videos on, and in my classes. I teach classes. But there's something higher than all of that. There's something higher, a higher order of something. And when you find that higher order, then it's like it takes care of all of the rest. So imagine for a second, see, it takes time. I don't know what it is. It just takes time for my to like be able to get to these deep places inside so I can put them in words and convey them to you. So you have more freedom in your life. So you have real joy, real purpose. I said that in one of my first videos. It's like, if I have clients, you know, it's still here. It's like, if you want to look, but, well, it's on my YouTube channel. If I have clients that come in and they have all these problems in finances or with their family or in relationships or with their children or, you know, with the world and circumstances or whatever, and then these have their own problems, you know, and my kids have these problems. We could spend all our time learning strategies for how to deal with all of these different things, and we could spend, you know, 3 months on this, 2 months on organizing your house and your closet and all these things. But it's like, when you change your consciousness, your level of consciousness, your way of operating, your way of seeing the world and operating within it, it's like you start living life from the 100th floor instead of the first floor. What are these problems? What are they even? What are they? When you're on the 100th floor, it's like why was I spending so much time helping all my clients? I mean, I always knew, because I was trained, thank God, because I always wanted the best to go here, you know, help the person here, and then all of these things will get more clear. But our mind likes controlling things and likes it doesn't trust. Okay, this is what's been coming up a lot that I learned so far in the Tony Robbins thing, and I'll you know, unleashing the power within. What's stopping you from unleashing this power within? Well, the mind sees all these things, and it's like, here's a mess here and a mess here and a mess here, and I want this to happen and this to happen, and let me fix this. And so it will keep you incessantly, always, to keep running from one pile to the next. I was just thinking, like half an hour ago, a little over a half hour ago, I was at my friend's house because I was dropping something off for her, and I got injured yesterday a little bit, and she did too, both of us, from working out, maybe not stretching before or afterwards, whatever, but it's like, I saw when I was there, we both could have just sat there and been like, let's just turn on a movie or something and not do our responsibilities for the day. Not like this is a major responsibility, it looks like in people's mind, but I wouldn't be here making this video for you. I just followed my intuition, my mind would say, oh, just relax, just sit here. And I mean, something good could have come out of that too. I'm not saying it couldn't have. But then I was just going to park here because I knew I had some time. And then I saw the person walking down here. So I just was like, okay, I'll walk down there. And then I was like, well, I'm at the ocean. I have to, not have to, but I want to make a video so that you guys get to see this beautiful place and experience it with me, because it's just... There's a big wave coming. So the mind says, oh, but I have all these responsibilities, and I do, and I'm taking care of the ones that need to get done for today. But it will always give you more and more responsibilities and things to occupy itself. Where we are right now. If I reflect on this journey of the past year and a half or so, it's been one where I'm learning more and more how to let go of egotism running the show. I think it's Christ or someone else says, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. So sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I had to put these things in words and articulate them to you, because there's a process that's going on in our soul. And I'm talking about honoring that process. Honoring that it has a much bigger purpose. It has a purpose to take you to the 100th floor instead of living the rest of your life on the first floor. I look at like all the strategies that Tony Robbins and his colleagues and stuff taught as like, they were so inspirational for you to live your best life, for you to reach the highest places within yourself. If you are that goose that lays the golden eggs, you have gold in you, you have gifts in you. If you're created in the image of divine love, of God, you have amazing gifts in you, and it's a lot more than just chasing after all of these things that your mind tells you is so important to chase after. I can chase after spirituality. I can chase after more classes. I can chase after self-help stuff. I can chase after strategies, after knowledge in books. After money, after relationships, after fame, after finding a job that will make me feel like I have worth and a purpose. And I'm saying this all for you. Like, I know we're the same here. I'm not sitting here to talk about myself at all, because I don't care to do that. I'd rather be silent on all of that. I open myself up here to you guys so that you can go on this adventure within yourself and be courageous and trust the process of finding your highest gifts and your greatest love and your ability to give back and to receive. But you don't receive by running after all these things your mind wants. Believe me, like, you don't have to believe me, but look what I put on the outside of my notebook. I found those stickers. One time I was in a heightened state. I know when that was. Beautiful. And that was like 4 years ago. And then they just came to me now. The things you do from a heightened state of consciousness, it's like a year of acting from that place seems like it's worth more than 1,000 years living life here. And getting all sorts of things accomplished not in that place. There's so much in me that's like, what are you doing? What are you saying? Why are you doing this? Stop already, you know? Like, I can tell you, I can give you the words that are going on in me as I struggle to make this video. But I don't even want to give those words any more attention than that. But just they're there, so what? Observe them, see them. Just my old program that wants me to keep attending to that program. It says you're not going to be safe if you leave this program. They were saying yesterday, the last day of the event, like, you know, this is the first day of your new life, the last day of your old life. Every moment can be like that. What are you doing? You know? Who are you? If you are a soul living in this body, what are you doing with your life? If you are consciousness, if you are a spark of the divine, you know, what business, what right do we have to be giving all of our energy away, dissipating our energy, wasting it, throwing it away? I'll use the example of the piano again. It's like your soul can connect with the divine and may have this amazing gift inside to play the most gorgeous pieces of music anyone's ever heard. But you don't know that you have that capacity because you started playing the piano, and then it's like if the piano turned into AI or something and had a voice and could tell you it wants to run your life now. I am the one with the musical ability, not you. And our society has been turned around. I feel like, I don't even know Pink Floyd, but I feel like this is a Pink Floyd album. Like, I can just feel that. I don't know why. The Dark Side of the Moon. I don't know. I have never listened. I'm just getting this feeling. It's hilarious. Maybe I'll listen to it after this. But it's like that. It's like where you have such a beautiful capacity. I say this to you, I say it to my own soul is speaking it to myself. You have such a beautiful capacity to wake up to wondrous places within yourself that could change the world, change everything. But our world right now, there's no but to that. That's what you have. That's what you can do. And then I say too, be aware that our world right now, we've been taught to follow our programs and to stay with our lower mind and to let the piano run the show, because the piano maybe is some beautiful ebony and ivory and gorgeous looking thing, that instrument, that you can control because it always looks the same. It always has the best makeup on. But what business does this piano have? Just because it has the notes on it to run your life. You are the soul that the music comes through, and you have it created in your mind, and then you play on the instrument. This is our mind. Your mind. It's just 33. Your mind is an instrument, and yet it's been running our life. Our egotism and our present day personality is a vehicle. It's like, yes, sharpen it. Yes, like I love the way my car drives. It's a nice car, like keep your body clean, wash your hair, keep your teeth clean. Like I just cleaned out my closet the other day, and it gives me this more simplicity space. I just threw away 80%. I just put it in the garage for now, and I'll see what I want to give away and what can come back in there, but I couldn't fit what I had or find anything. So yes, those things can be done, But I'm just thinking some 80s songs. If it was 80s song, like if I were king for just one day, I would give it all away. Give it all away. Aw, to be with you. Aw. It's so sweet. Your soul, I know, is like my soul. It has such beautiful tenderness and messages to give us. When we let that other part of us run our lives, and then we keep looking for love out there, and the love is in here. You are the love. You are it. Give it all, give it all, give it all away. right, that's it. That's it. We're taught in an upside down way. Keep going with that teaching if that's how you want to live your life, and not aloha. Or find something else with me. That's what I'm finding. It's so tender, it's so beautiful, and it's 1,000%, more that we can give back to other people when we're willing to have the courage to go to this place within ourselves that the world and our mind is afraid to go to. You're worth it. Walk in a way that teaches you you're worth it. Let go of letting your mind control you. It's an invitation. Much love.